you guys are doing well. Be for any Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or risings, or wherever you have Capricorn strong in your charts. I was about to say in your carts. Our lovely Cappies. Hope this year has been treating you well, Capricorn. I know a lot of you have been going through quite the shadow work. That's what's been coming up, or that's what came up when I was pre-shuffling, praying over your cards. Let's get a goddess card for Caps. Yes, the in-between Capricorn, goddess Hecate. Okay. Let me get one of these cards. Capricorn. As we are listening to the lovely Capricorn goddess, Miss Sade. I love her. She is my favorite artist. She's a Capricorn. Capricorn, how are you navigating this in between, this very liminal space? Pluto will be going retrograde back in Capricorn, and consciousness. Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm picking up on. Wow. Number two, both twos. So there's something about a union, a coming together, but I'm getting this is a coming together of a consciousness. There's an intertwining here, two and two. Your third eye chakra for Capricorns. The shadow Capricorn. Ooh, okay. Some of you guys could be, there's a facing of the shadow as you are navigating this in between. I need to get a new tarot deck, y'all. I don't come on here unless I'm called to do readings. So I've been having these decks for so long. Capricorn, as you are navigating your way through this liminal space, through these muddy waters, Pluto took off the mask, right? Pluto was in your sign for a very long time. And now that Pluto is going to go retrograde back into your sign, I think at the end of this year, Spirit is saying, what came out during that mask reveal, right? Like the mask is off. And so there's a playing within the shadow, within the realms of the mind. Oh my gosh, the consciousness, Capricorn. And this could be uncomfortable because a lot of things come up in the shadow, right? When you're in these spaces, and it can be very overwhelming for some of you, that some things that could be actually coming to surface that maybe, wow, you didn't even realize were there. And some of you guys, you are Eight of Swords. You're walking away, Capricorn. The grief, oh my goodness. So the Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups. And this is exactly the energy that I was picking up on. It's not easy when you're in these spaces that can really challenge your consciousness, your thinking, patterns, something about how you used to be. It could be coming back up, right? That mask that Pluto strips down. Pluto is like a piping system. It has to clear the drain out. And what comes up when you're going through these things, it can be very overwhelming. It can feel like you're trapped in your mind, right? And this is a deep grieving process. Some of you guys, I'm just getting almost, it could be physical. This is just for a very rare few of Capricorns. It could be like physical pain in the body. Ooh, physical pain in the body that's coming through. But what is challenging you, Capricorn, that's causing you to maybe even, oh my God, not hurt yourself? I'm not saying some Capricorns are hurting themselves, but what is hurting you? It's like there's a deep pain that could be lingering that has been really coming to the forefront, but it's asking you a question about yourself, Capricorn. It's asking you, what have you been doing this kept you from maybe your highest and greatest potential, or maybe you don't even realize how good you are at something because these old thoughts, these old ways of being, it could even be a parent for some of you or somebody that triggered something within you a long time ago that stuck with you. It kind of keeps rearing its ugly head. Pluto going back retrograde for some of you could be really asking you to sit with that. And so now that the mask and off, mask is off, Saturn is asking you, what are you going to build from this? This is a very karmic um, season. Capricorn is closing out for you guys once Pluto goes direct and never goes back in Aquarius. Um, some of you guys, it's been hard to walk away from this, but there's some sort of beautiful renewal energy, something significant about water for some of you Capricorns. Maybe even getting out in nature, being basking, do some sort of moon bathing, connecting with the moon element specifically for some of you, especially with this full moon that's coming up. And just kind of like immersing yourself, even though, like, when we sit in these liminal spaces and with this Hecate energy and the in between, um, there's a lot of grief that has to be processed because it's like it's unknown and you don't, the unknown is scary, right? Some of you guys, it's unknown thoughts that you've had about yourself that could be coming up like, whoa, I didn't even realize that that was there. I didn't even realize that that was there, your consciousness. um, I didn't realize I was there, and that's okay. And that's a part of the shedding process. That's a part of releasing the mask. Is actually in acknowledging that it was there in the first place, Capricorn. And so I think this is about an acknowledgement of what was even there, because you have to not acknowledge it first to move forward, and just feeling your way through this grief, feeling your way through it. The Eight of Swords and the Five of Cups. If you have to cry, cry, right? Capricorns is ruled by Saturn. So it's a very, some of you guys could be a Capricorn moon. It's a very stoic energy, but it's okay to feel and it's okay to cry. That's just for some specific Capricorns. Um, feel into that space. Let's see what else. What is that? The one to pop out? Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, the Nine of Swords, Capricorn. For some of you, this could be bringing up a lot of anxiety. It's bringing up, it could be challenging your sleep for some of you. It could be, some of you guys could be having some sort of insomnia. And there's really a heavy energy of Capricorn of not judging yourself. Sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves where we don't even realize how great we are. Some of you guys, you could be judging yourself so much to where you're not, and this came up earlier, you're not actually seeing how good you have built something. Oh wow. This has a lot to do, I don't know, it could be relative Capricorn to a past energy, somebody from your past, somebody that could have said something to you, something that shaped your way of being. That could be relative to childhood. Mm. Some of you guys don't see how good you are at something. I'm just getting imposter syndrome for some of you. And that's a part of what Pluto, because what's not true and what's not real to your soul, it has to go. That's what Pluto comes to do. Pluto comes to cleanse, clear, and release all that gunk. And so what is not true to you? What is not authentic to you, Capricorn? Because if it's not true to you, it's not going to last. And some of you guys, it's relative to your identity and how you've been showing up in the world. And some of you guys, you're so good at something. So literally, I'm just getting somebody who's a great builder. They're very intelligent, high intellectual person, well-rounded, extremely good at something that they do, but you don't even realize that because you're so used to, I don't know if this could have been I don't know. Let me not say I don't know. Let me say what I'm picking up on. What I'm picking up on, it could have been relative to somebody's environment and what they grew up around. And this, it does not, it's not going to relate to everybody, right? Everybody doesn't go through these things, but this is for somebody who's dealt with some heavy shadow work. In order for you to receive some sort of beautiful gift, this has to be cleared. Um, Step into your own authority. Ooh, step into your own authority. I'm just getting some Capricorns here. You guys are, you don't, again, you don't, it's almost like Saturn can blind you, right? Saturn tends to put blinders on us to where we don't even see our own potential sometimes. When Saturn can be badly aspected in our charts, um, I personally I love Saturn energy because I've learned how to work with it. But when you're not aware of that, it could be Saturn. The blinders could be something in your reality, somebody that told you at some point you weren't good enough, or just society, societal structures, societal norms, how society told you you should be, or what isn't good enough and what is. And this has nothing to do with any of that because you're good enough just because of who you are. And so some spirit is asking some of you Capricorns, it's time to come into authority in who you are, in your own power, and protect that, guard that, and know who you are. You need to know who the fuck you are. Stop questioning yourself because maybe something else outside of you has told you you need to question who you are. No, you own who you are. Step into your authority. Step into your sovereign power. This is the Aries energy asking because I know you guys, and this is the thing with Capricorn, like you guys have just already came out of a heavy fucking season with Pluto, and now Saturn is about to square you and Neptune. So Saturn is asking, or Pluto, what did you learn? That mask and that in between, like this is old shit that's coming up again, that's testing you again and again. It's like a looping, a mental looping. And so Saturn squaring your sun now is asking you, how are you showing up in your own authority? How are you showing up, Capricorn, in your own authority? That's the challenge from Saturn. This about the squaring some of you early degree Capricorns now, and Neptune. Neptune can be our faith, but Neptune can also be delusions. It's not allowing us, especially when it's squaring your sun. That is your will. That is your power. It's Aries energy. It's Leo's energy. How you show up in the world. It's challenging that. And so it's not allowing you. The thing about Saturn and Neptune, Saturn can actually bring the clarity, but Neptune can bring the confusion. But when it's balanced, Neptune is faith. What do you believe in? This is about believing in yourself. I should have named this reading Believe in Your Fucking Self. This is about stepping into your authority. I'm going to have to rename this. Capricorn, step into your authority. You need to know who you are. You have to be your will. This is a refining of your will, spiritual fortitude here. Sometimes we can't look at the 3D. I know sometimes, like, most people are focused on the 3D. You got to come back into that 4D reality where we create, where we will things down. Because if you focus on what is here and this shit, all this shit around us, it's all an illusion. It really means nothing. Focus on your inner world right now. Block out the negative thoughts. I don't agree to that. If some negative thought comes back into your subconscious, or if somebody tries to say something to kind of diminish your character in any way, I don't agree with that. I don't have to subscribe to your shit. I don't have to do that. I'm not subscribing to anything that's going to belittle me or tell me that I'm not worthy or that I'm not enough. Oh my God, Capricorn, this message is coming through so strong for some of you. Trust and believe in who you are. And sometimes it's just an old frequency. It might not even be a person specifically. It could just be an archon. I don't know if some of you guys are familiar with occult knowledge, but it could be a force. It's just an energy that latches on. It's a leech. It's a parasite that knows your own weaknesses. And you got to be stronger than that. So stand your ground. Aries, Saturn and Aries is asking you, who am I? Am I who I say I am? Am I really that? Am I really that? Take your power back. You got to take your power back. And some of you need to trust in your own abilities. This is a changing of consciousness. This is a reprogramming. All the old programs and the belief systems that you've been taught or that you've been that's been projected onto you, none of that shit is real and doesn't mean anything. You create your own reality. You tell your own story, Capricorn. Don't let anybody else tell you who you should and shouldn't be, because you're losing sleep over this. This is causing anxiety, sleepless nights, depression for some of you, second guessing yourself. This is all this mental turmoil here. Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Ultimately, this is keeping you looped in your own thought patterns of negativity. And it's not, it's heavy, right? It's heavy energy. But you got Spirit of saying being strategic. Oh my goodness. There's clarity coming. There's some major clarity coming here, Capricorn. Mm, wow. The High Priestess, the Justice, the Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. I don't know why it just came to me, Magician, Capricorn. You have to ooh, this is chess, not checkers, honey. This is chess, not checkers. Some of you guys, this is like your life depends on this. How, oh my goodness. And I'm not saying that in a morbid way. I'm saying like what you're telling yourself now, what you're surrounding yourself with now is going to ultimately determine your future and what's going to come into your reality, what you're creating for your reality, whether good or bad. And so, Spirit is saying you need to be very mindful of the people, places, and environments that you put yourself in, what you're listening to, whether music, what you're eating, Capricorn. All of this matters. What you're inputting into your mind, what you're doing every day, your daily habits, Virgo energy. Some of you guys could be a Virgo moon. What are you doing every day that is shaping your future, that is shaping your consciousness, that is programming your mind? What are you doing every day? Be mindful of that. What you're doing every day, your daily habits are creating your reality. And so, what do you want your reality to look like as you're navigating your way through this in between? And some of you guys are becoming very powerful, like extremely powerful magicians. Wow. The Hermit and the Ace of Wands. Pluto is really refining a lot of you. And I'm just, some of you guys, this is, I'm in awe because what you've cultivated in this time is something that nobody can take away. And it has made you such a powerful force, Capricorn. And you're ruled by Saturn. Um, wow. I don't know. That's wow is all I can say right now. Let's get an oracle card for our Capricorns. Wow. There's no more mask. Step into who you are. There's the mask is off. Determination. Yeah. Some of you guys are determined to come, like, determined in terms of, yeah, face challenges with determination so you can achieve anything. Determined to change this thought pattern, this old way of being, to not allow yourself to kind of sink into your own, to drown in your own thoughts. I don't, oh man, to drown in some sort of heavy energy. Some of you guys, this has been a long time. Like, I don't know how long Pluto was in Capricorn. I'm not sure, Caps, but let's get one more card and then we can close this message out. There's movement happen, but just trust this in between time, Capricorn. You got to trust this in between liminal space. Things will start moving for you when they're ready to move. And so, just in this time, trust in this time right now. things will move when the inner world changes. So when you change, things around you are going to start to take shape and take form. Um, I just got something as the road is open now. It's open now. Perhaps that's your reading. If any of this resonated, you know what to do, and I will talk to y'all soon. Take care.